Hello and welcome to my show, The Less Stress in Leadership with BeeKonnected. Uh, this is going to be a more or less weekly show where I want to showcase people in the BeeKonnected area and also see how they have been gotten help from BeeKonnected one way or the other, because there are so many things that you can learn from doing this. My name is Dr. Annika Sorensen. I live in Sweden and I am uh, a coach in this system. And if I'm not going to talk so much about what I do here because I have my guest here today. And so if you want to know more about me, and also if you want to be part of my community, then you go to the left-hand side of the screen. You see at the bottom of those three images, it says, join my BeeKon leadership group. And if you join that, you can see the show that I did where I just talked about what I do and why I do this. And what I learned from BeeKonnected and how I use it. And also you can see all the replays from all my lovely guests here. So now I am going to present my guest, Lucie Rosa-Stagi. Uh, she wrote to me, I'm going to read this. She is an internationally known as the most trusted business mentor for seniors who are who are new coaches and course creators and entrepreneurs, and she teaches them step by step to secure their first 10 clients.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to talk about that first, and then we're going to see how she is using BeeKonnected in this fantastic job. So, welcome, Lucie. I'm
Thank you,
very
thank you,
happy to
thank you.
have you here.
Thank you, Dr. Annika. It's a pleasure for me to be here on your show. Thank you.
So, tell me a little bit more about who you are, why you do this fantastic job, and how you got into that part of it, and so on. Tell
Right.
me.
Well, I'm going to try to do the shortcut version of how I got online. First of all, I found myself single at the age of 70, and I thought, how could you how could you be single at the age of 70? You think that at the age of 70 you could work out all your relationships, but no, there I was. Reduced to one income, and I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? I want to travel some more. Now I'm reduced to one income. Now I don't have my partner to travel with anymore. What am I going to do? And I walloped in my pity for about 6 months. And then I realized, you know what? Nobody's coming to help you. Nobody's coming to save you, Lucie. You got to save yourself. What are you going to do? So, I had a piece of property. I made it into Airbnb. That was fine. I was getting some income, loved it, meeting lovely people, but I was tied to it. I thought, no, I got to find a way to get residual income. So I thought, well, I'll start an online business. All I knew how to do was copy and paste. I don't know what I was thinking, but there I was in this entrepreneurial spirit. I wanted to start an online business. And actually, I had a mentor, Bob Proctor, who was kind of introducing this young man in e-commerce and said, if you want to start an online business, you need to follow this guy. So I did. And I paid big bucks. And so it turned out to be e-commerce. And I thought, well, that's the way they must do it, business online, e-commerce. Yeah, it makes sense. And so I started with my Shopify store. I had two little Yorkies at the time. I was going to sell these products for the Yorkies. And I was really excited. It took me about a year to set up my shop. And because I ran into walls. The first wall that I ran into with my online business was when I needed help with techie stuff. I couldn't pick up the phone and talk to anybody. No, I had to fill out a form. And then they had the audacity to say, we'll get back to you in 24 hours or 48 hours. And I'm going, this is online business. Oh my God, I'm in trouble. And so I couldn't even remember what I had asked 48 hours ago. So I thought, okay, well, that's a challenge that I've overcome. And so I got ready to launch my business when all of a sudden I had this epiphany. I went, I don't want to work with products. I want to work with people. And so that guru that I was following was starting an affiliate program. He was going to sell his apps. And I knew he was good. So I thought, well, I can be an affiliate for him. Yeah, okay, let me do that. But then I had to join this ClickFunnels. And then when I did that, I went, oh my God, look at this. It says that websites are obsolete. The new way of doing business is with a funnel. And so I had no idea what I was doing. So I tried, I tried my hand at that. And then when it came to the techie stuff, I was like, I lost. And you can't get help. You can't get help with these companies. You just have to figure it out yourself. But then this man who owned ClickFunnels, I remember one of his training, he says, just if you can't do something, just find the who can do it. And then you'll be okay. And so that's what I did. I found the who could help me. So I started to get coaches to help me. And so out of the blue, I get this letter from Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, who are starting their new, legacy program called Self Education is the New Norm. And they wanted to know if I wanted to join. And of course, as an ex-educator, I went, yes, of course. Why not? Everybody was at Google University, self-educating themselves, even me. And I thought, oh my God, look how smart they are. They're taking it one step further. They're creating a course for people who maybe are retired or want a business of their own, so that they can take their knowledge and their expertise, make a course out of it, and impact other people's lives. So I became an affiliate of that program. And I'll tell you something, Dr. Annika, I went off on a pilgrimage to Israel for 3 weeks. And I had these cards that I was passing out to people. They were asking me what I did online. And before I knew, I came home and I had sold 5 of those programs. I had made like $5,000 in 3 weeks. And I got, oh my God, there's money to be made. So that started my journey as an affiliate marketing person. And so what happened was, through this program, I met 3 moderators who were moderators for the events for Tony and Dean. And they said, hey, you know what? Let's get together and form a company and take care of the people who are falling through the cracks. Because Tony and Dean were bringing in thousands and thousands of people, but there were people who needed a lot more structure and a lot more help than what they were willing to give them. And so we formed a company, Launch Lab Academy, and we worked with those people who were falling through the cracks and came to us, and we started helping them launch their business online organically and finding their first clients. So there's the long and short of it. And here I am. And here I am with BeeKonnected, because I joined 6 months ago. And I joined because I was so fed up with Facebook and Zoom that I was looking for something new. And so when this came to me, I went, oh my God, yes, one platform to do everything. I can get rid of Zoom. I can get rid of StreamYard. I can get rid of Facebook. Yeah, I'm doing this.
That sounds, you have a fantastic story, really fantastic. And you say it started when you were 70?
When I
Sounds
was
like you've been
70 years
working.
old, yes.
It sounds like you've been working for 10 or 20 years. And you have really done the right thing, because you get into a hurdle and you don't stop there, but you have said, okay, I have to look outside this box, and then you go into the next box,
Correct.
and kind of open the boxes and combine them, and then when that box was full, then you went to the next one. And that's also a way, I think that shows very well something that is known for business, that if you are open and kind of just look, things will come to you
Absolutely. I do
because you
believe
are
that.
open and you see it, and you don't kind of try to push it away, because it comes to you, and then you see, this is the thing, this is the thing. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, and that's
I was 55 when I started my business, doing being a business person, from being a doctor all my life. So, but yeah, I'm really impressed.
thank you. It's and I thought I was a slow learner, but then when you put it in that terms, when you start at just 70, yeah, you're right. I'm 78 now, so it took me 8 years to get to where I am, but I learned so much and I didn't, every bit of the way you get stuck and you go, "Oh, now what am I going to do? I'm not going to let this get me." Never. So, I would always hear, "Never quit, never quit, never quit. Just find the way, find the who, find the way and find the who." You know, and
Yeah,
I was open, I was open to the universe. So, when you do that, the universe has this fabulous way, this infinite intelligence has this fabulous way of just sending you the right people, the right thing at the right time,
yeah,
if
and
you're open to
it sounds like you're having fun too, and
it.
having fun is one of the best ways to continue working and also be less stressed,
Right. Okay.
because that keeps producing all of this good hormones in your brain, so that you stay on the bright side. And
Exactly.
if you stay on the bright side, people around you are happier, and you see more. Yeah.
Exactly.
What did you do before, um, earlier in your life? What have you been
Well,
working with?
I was an educator. I was in education. I was a high school teacher in a college prep. Mostly, I work with the Jesuits in San Francisco, which is where I did most of my teaching for 35 years.
What
And
subject?
a foreign language, we called them foreign languages back then, if you remember, Dr. Annika. So I was teaching Spanish and French, and so and then when I retired, I moved to Mexico because, I wanted to do something with my Spanish. I didn't want to lose it, you know.
Yeah.
So I moved to Mexico. Besides, I wanted warm weather and I wanted a
Hmm.
better way to live my life. And so I created this wonderful life for myself here. And
Sounds good.
now all I have to do is do my business, and everybody I have everybody else do something else for me.
Yeah.
I love it. I love my life.
Yep. And that's a good thing. And I say the same thing. People around me talk about being retired. And to me, that's a word I don't really, it's not me.
But we don't have to be tired today. We just need to reinvent ourselves,
Hmm.
you know, because we have something within us. And that's what I found with my team. These women and these men had something, they had a message within them and they, they wanted to get their message out. And so their mess became their message for some of them, and they just needed a way to do it. And then Tony and Dean provided this wonderful course for them, which was called, at first, it was called KBB, which was the Knowledge Business Blueprint that morphed into Progress Next. And so, yeah, so that's who we work with, the Progress Next people mostly, because we speak the same language, we have the same mentors. So, we're on the same wavelength, and we work with people who really have a good why for what they're doing. And if you do have a good why, and you
Hmm.
remember what your why is when you're down and out, then you can move forward and keep
It,
going.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What have been your biggest struggle? Where have you have the biggest hurdles in
Technology. I wasn't born
technology?
in the matrix. It was really tough. But you know what? I managed.
Yeah, and it sounds like you now, when you work, you are the one that are the most one of the most knowledgeable on how to do things, because you learned and then you teach it to other people.
Right.
All the questions that you asked before that you didn't get any answers because they don't have any answers.
And I'm
You're
just a step
supposed
or
to,
two ahead of them, which is great,
yeah, but it is a different world from when we were younger.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. But the networking, I did do, actually, I retired twice. And the first time I retired, I got into a network marketing company like everybody does. And it was a good company. It had a great name, Rexall, and it had great products. And so, I knew that networking was a part of doing business, offline or online. And I found myself really good at networking. What I found myself is liking, I love meeting new people. I love their stories.
mhm.
I find people's stories fascinating, just like, you do. And
Exactly.
yeah.
Like
And
I, most of my life, I've been meeting people and hearing maybe more sad stories than you have been
right,
being a doctor because you get the bad stuff.
right.
But
This is so
there,
much more pleasant, isn't it?
but there are very nice stories too in healthcare, especially in the primary care where you meet everybody, all
Right.
ages and all people from all kinds of lives and worlds. Okay, so you mentioned it before that BeeKonnected, when you found BeeKonnected, it was something that you saw was a bit of a wow factor for your business. So tell me a little bit about have been what's is it a gadget, or is it the system, or is it what is it in BeeKonnected that you
It's a game
like?
changer. It's just game changers for me in terms of networking and professional growth, as far as I'm concerned. For example, we help our peeps to launch their business, and we help them in the past. We are we are kind of moving ourselves slowly to be connected, because we've been doing all of this on Facebook organically. But Facebook is so difficult to work with. The algorithms, but it's
Mhm,
okay for our prospects who are doing their first maybe beta launch. We just want to make sure that they have all their little ducks in the row, that they know what they're doing. So the very first two launches are really kind of important, that they just get a co-host, make sure that they know what they're doing. Now, when it comes to the real launch, all right, this is where they need BeeKonnected, because this is a platform where they're going to have a lot more eyeballs, for one thing.
mhm,
You have 100% visibility. So who would not want to be on this platform when there are no algorithms, controlling your post and controlling who's going to see what and whatnot. So, I was at a place that, first of all, I had been put in jail 3 times. Only I
yeah,
could put in jail 3 times, because I get very enthusiastic about commenting. And I
yeah,
think at some point they thought I was
yeah.
above
You're
that.
not
I was
supposed to
commenting
say
so
what you
fast.
want.
It's like, anyway. So, and you can't ever get out of jail. They never give you the reason. They just put you in jail. And,
Mhm,
I was just so fed up with that. And so this is like, oh my God, it's like a fresh new water for us. It's a new ocean for us to swim in. And I can't tell you how easy it is to collaborate with people. I have made so many new friends here, new collaborations. In fact, I've been able to work with somebody, and we've done a tutorial together. You and I mentioned how, we're not very good with tutorials, but, I got together with somebody else who knew that techie part of it, and then
yeah,
I could do the other part of it.
mhm,
So, that's what's nice. And this, I can't tell you how much I feel that everybody is out to help other people and support. The
Yeah,
support has
it's
been
a very,
amazing
very,
with
ve
BeeKonnected.
absolutely very helpful feeling in this system.
Yeah, absolutely. And we all come from that like-minded growth mindset where if you help enough people in life, you're helping yourself. So,
Mhm.
that's the
Yeah,
way to go. It's the only way to go. Yeah,
absolutely. I love the idea of paying it forward, and
absolutely.
doing what I'm good at, where I can do that, and
Right.
then things will fall over me from other places where I'm not that smart or whatever you would say.
But
So
it's so nice, on this platform, what really excites me is how quickly you can get to know somebody. Look at you, Dr. Annika. I
yeah,
mean, I know that you're the number 6 person that got on 16th person that got on Be Connected, and here I am talking to you. I mean,
yeah,
how cool is that? And it's easy to chat with one another. It's easy to connect with one another. It's easy to do a one-on-one with another. It's easy to get to know people here.
it is.
It's amazing,
It is.
and people are open.
Mhm.
They don't they're all coming from the same place, building relationships. That's what business is all about, building relationships because and collaboration, I may not be your ideal client, but I know 20 other people, and I bet there's one or two other people that could be your ideal client. You know, that's the mentality that you
Yes,
hold.
and like I said, that's in an environment like this, it is easier to do this
Yes,
pay it forward thing where you actually just help.
right.
You just help when you see someone who needs something that you can answer. You pay it forward. I saw that movie quite a few years ago,
Yeah,
and it just struck me. This is the way we should live, all of us.
right. Yeah, it started a good movement, and so I totally agree with you. Pay it forward, so for sure. So,
So, how do you think going forward? And we know there are going to be changes and the
well,
possibility to have courses and all that stuff with payments and so on.
there we
Will
go
you
again.
will you
Yeah,
use that?
yeah, there we go again. We have co-founders that are so determined to help us be successful that now the content premium that's going to be, soon,
Yeah,
available to
launched.
us in
Yeah.
mid-March. I mean, I've got a couple of courses that I've got up there. It's another way for us to make more sales. I mean, I love this platform. It was built by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. That is so special because we know entrepreneurs know what other entrepreneurs need, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what I love about this. It's one of the things that I love about this platform.
Yeah. So you are going to stay, right?
Oh my God. Yeah. And not only that, but I'm slowly dripping in my crowd.
Yeah.
I'm doing it very carefully and yeah, it just at the right, it's a question of timing sometimes,
Hmm.
so you
Yeah.
have to be, you have to be careful with those relationships. And so, but because, and then of course, I deal with an older crowd because I help women 60 above. And so, you know, we don't like change so much. I mean, change is part of life, and we do know that, and we do handle it. But once we get to know something like an old platform, then we want to just stay there. But we need a
That
little.
that works for younger people too.
Yeah, oh, you're right. It
Actually,
works for younger people too. I should.
it is hard to. You have to be like you and me and the other people here now that to be open to
A growth
things that
mindset.
things that are not perfect to begin with, and then you see it grow and it becomes perfect. And now
Absolutely.
this is in such a good place.
Absolutely. 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 Love
And
this.
of course, if everyone Yeah, I can see that Coach MG here says we need variety. Yes, we do need variety, because if everyone was going to go for the new things, it's going to be chaos in the world. We need to have some that keeps us holding us back too.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's just the way life is, you know?
Yeah, it's biology in a nutshell. We there are all of us, all kinds, and we need to have that to
Mhm.
have a good population in on the globe.
Absolutely. And we are going to be intergenerational and multinational on this platform. You know, that's what I love about my team, Launch Lab Academy team. You know, we're multi-generational. I'm the oldest baby boomer. The youngest guy on my team is 30 years old. And then we have two people in two different generations and multinational. One's in Israel, one's in Malaysia. Here I am in Mexico, and one's in Oregon. And so, you know, this is the new way of doing business, you know.
Absolutely. And I'm in Sweden, and you are in the States. No, you are in Mexico,
I'm in
and
Mexico.
people are in the chat. They are in the States, so we are global. And I think it's just fantastic because, and Canada,
Canada.
plurally.
Oh, we
And
can't leave out Canada. I was born in
now
Canada also. So
it's so fantastic because we sit here and talk in the same moment that I talk, you hear it, and vice
I
versa.
know.
And I can remember in the 70s when I was in the States, and it was very expensive to call home, and it was always this lagging. You couldn't really.
Hmm.
It was hard to talk.
Right. I
Uh,
love what Coach MJ says. She says, I am everywhere because I can be everywhere virtually. Love
yeah,
it. I love it too.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have to wrap up because we have almost reached the half hour, and I
Okay.
think that will be enough. I thank you so much for all your wisdom, for all your fun life, because I think it's very inspirational and it gives hope to so many people, especially people that are a little bit older and thinking that, okay, now I'm going to almost die because I don't have anything to do or there's no mission for me. There is a mission for everyone as long as they want.
Absolutely. Everybody's
So
unique. Everybody
thank you
has a
so
message.
much.
Thank you, Dr. Annika, for having me. I really do appreciate it. And thank you to the audience also for being here
Yeah,
with us.
thank you everyone that came to listen. And if you want to see the replay, you go and join my BeeKon leadership group. It's on the left, the bottom one. You can register for my group there, where you will find the replay when it comes out. Thank you so much.